Ladies and gentlemen, this right here is another textbook example as to why you guys are flippin' awesome and why I appreciate the hell out of you guys for bringing things like this to my attention that need to be addressed. Let's get into this. So we ourselves an article on Dexerto to discuss, and it's titled, Pokemon GO players claim Campfire raid flares being used to rob trainers. To say that doesn't sound good is a massive understatement. Niantic, you need to be listening. Several Pokemon GO players have reported Niantic's social app, Campfire, is being used to lure trainers to raids, resulting in them being robbed. Campfire is a companion app to Pokemon GO developed by Niantic in an attempt to make the game a more social experience and to help players find local communities. Yeah, good luck with that, by the way. Campfire serves as a first-party way for trainers to connect and recruit one another. And why do I say good luck with that? Well, number one, this app had an extremely buggy and botched release. Number two, this doesn't exactly help the situation anymore, especially for rural players or for just communities in general that have completely lost interest in the game because of recent events. But now there is the growing concern, rightfully so mind you, that this right here could be used for nefarious purposes to lure players to situations where they find themselves in danger. That said, Campfire hasn't launched to immense success. While Campfire's team-up feature made it easier to organize in-person raids, its buggy launch made it impossible for some players to even access the app. Now, in reading that, I actually have another concern that I want to bring forth to the table, and this especially, I think, can be relatable to parents that may watch this video. Imagine if you have a child that uses Campfire, and it even says, made it easier to organize in-person raids. So imagine if you have a child, 12 to 14 or even 16 years of age that plays the game and they want to organize in-person raids, and say if that right there is a hotspot where someone that is a creep ends up getting lured to that spot, and well, I think you guys can fill in the rest of the blanks right there, but this is definitely something that, actually, just saying that out loud, gives me chill bumps. This is something that I think parents also should be concerned about. Like, I'm hoping especially for the young ones that have access to this app, I hope that the parents are monitoring very carefully their activity and go with them to the in-person raids to make sure that everything goes as smooth as a fiddle, you know what I mean? Its launch also coincided with the remote raid pass nerf that has driven thousands of players away from Pokemon GO. And you see, that right there just kind of drives home even further how pretty useless this app is, because when this bad decision was made, that drove off thousands of Pokemon GO players. Do you think that they're going to want to keep on playing a game that shows no love back, despite the amount of love and dedication that they show for it? And Campfire only served to show victims just how difficult raiding in person can be. I had actually covered that in my previous video, specifically to talk about Campfire, and it just keeps on getting worse and worse and worse for the app as time ticks on. Now it's being reported that Campfire is being used by criminals to lure trainers into being robbed. According to players on Reddit and in Campfire's App Store reviews, Pokemon GO players are being robbed when attempting to help players with in-person raids. So, wait. So, based on the wording here, robberies actually, took place already with this app being used, to set that all up? One user who left a 1-star review for Campfire wrote, "We initially recommended our local community to use this app to help build up in-person raid groups, but following a series of crimes revolving around it, including it being used to lure people for robbery, I've recommended everyone delete the app for their own safety, and we're using the tried and tested methods of using our Facebook groups. See, Facebook groups are a million times more trustworthy than using something like the Campfire app. And I say that because at least when it comes to Facebook groups, you can have like the admins and the heads of the group vet the members to make sure that they aren't like criminals or pedos or something like that. You know what I mean? And it sounds like that based on the wording of this here, it actually seems like that robberies have confirmed taken place at the expense of using this app, at the expense of the players that just want to do in-person raids, but instead they end up getting robbed for their troubles. Thanks a lot, Niantic. Real fucking smooth move right there. This review was shared on Reddit where players harkened back to the early days of Pokemon Go. They recalled when ne'er-do-wells would use lures on Pokestops to attract players who would then be robbed. And yeah, that right there was actually a concern back then as well. And the fact that we're having basically a repeat of this in a different form doesn't exactly help matters, you know what I mean? People were doing this from day one with lures, one user commented, to which OP replied, yeah, they just got a neat new app for it now, sponsored by Niantic themselves. So this app is being used as a more efficient means to attempt these nefarious and horrible acts. That is not good. Like 150%. That can never ever be truly overstated. You know what I'm saying? That is not good, Niantic. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're well past the point of in-game bullshit and bad decisions. Now people's lives could potentially and already have been put at risk thanks to this app. Others advise players to respond to raid flares in groups for safety, while others claimed the best solution is to just raid remotely, had Niantic not enforced the nerfs. And that's just it with that last bit right there, you know? That last piece has a really solid modicum of advice. If you are still going to be committed to using Campfire and by proxy Pokemon Go, at least respond to the flares in groups, okay? Safety in numbers. Like, out of all of the Pokemon Go videos that I've made recently, this right here is most certainly one of the more serious videos because this right here addresses quite legitimately human safety. So I would appreciate if you guys could not only share this video around because it addresses some actual concerns, but if you guys happen to be YouTubers and you come across this video, I would really appreciate if you would at least consider making coverage on this because this needs to get back to Niantic ASAP. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, like all of my other videos, this right here contains my own opinions and analysis on the topics at hand. What do you guys think? Do you agree with my takes? Do you disagree with my takes? Regardless, I always love to hear back from you guys in the comments down below. Thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you for your time as well in viewing this video. Have yourself a damn good one, you beautiful people. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others. Stay safe if you guys are using this app. Please, for the love of God, stay safe. I'll see you guys next time.